What up? What up? This Ibn Ib Web to some, Quran to others, or vice versa, however you want to do it here. Gotta obviously back at it with this official thanks. This is actually next person coming on. She doesn't know that she's talking to me. And when I decided to do this, this is back top of the year when I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do something totally to the left of kind of my personality, what have you here about just running my mouth. But I think the main purpose was it just one, only to catch up with people, but in the same breath, also to show my appreciation to those here. Miss Cianchette, I had to go to prep school after high school just due to grades, low scores on SATs, all that other stuff here. When the magic number was 700, I just couldn't cross that damn thing for whatever the reason was. So I wound up going up to school up in Maine Central Institute, MCI, for those in the know. Um, World-renowned prep school, not only academically, but at that time was just like a basketball powerhouse. But I went up to play football. But even being up there, they have what they call host families. And I know multiple schools, a lot of places do that. Like, people from, out of town come in, a family host them, take them in. So Miss Cianchette was actually my host mother. And boy, did I get lucky, as far as just having her, myself, and actually my roommate, Marcus. We were fortunate enough to have her. She took us in, whether it's home cooked meals or just to get away off of campus or what have you there. Obviously, just new surroundings, being a city boy, going up there. I mean, she's had previous hosts, children in her home, and before I was there and after I was there was just, but she actually worked at the school as well too. So, and I've still kept in touch with her. Wow, it's about almost 30 years, close to like 30 years. And I still, even when she semi-retired and went down to Florida, I had, family down there as well too. So even when I went down to visit them, I went and was able to catch up with her a couple of times. So it was pretty cool. So I kept in touch with check-ins, and obviously this internet world allowed us to, stay in more frequent contact with people here. So just very fortunate, like I said, just very appreciative, especially at that time in my life. It was a huge transition, just for a lot of stuff going on. So, but just to have like stability of a person that was just nearby, between her, Maggie and Nick, Sean, Aaron. I know Aaron graduated by the time I got there, and Sean did as well too. So, but just to be in touch and just have some people, was pretty cool, pretty cool. So start running my mouth and let me see if I can just get her on here.
Here we go. Oh my word. Oh, yay.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? I'm loving your your
whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
the
whatever
podcast that you're doing. I love that. Oh my word.
Cool. That's cool.
What a good man you are, Ibn Webb. How is your baby doing? All grown up?
Yes. She
Isla's
just actually
getting big.
she turned 7 yesterday. So yes. So I'm still obviously.
Is she 7 going on 17?
Yeah. She's been like that for some time, but it's cool though. It's cool.
We love it. We love it.
Absolutely.
And all is well with you. Oh my word. Yeah. Nicole was funny because she kept this a secret and she said, I can't tell you. I said, but Nicole. And she made me wait. How nice to hear from you, though.
Likewise. She did good. I know we have to move it around a little bit because of schedules here, but I was like, I'm gonna catch you one way or another.
Little stinker. She's a little stinker, and she always was. So.
Yeah, the same Nick. Absolutely. Absolutely. How you been? How you holding up?
I'm wonderful. It's been a great, great for everyone. Everyone's healthy. We have, whoops, I got a piece of hair that's going here. All of my children are healthy. My grandchildren are healthy. We've had some struggles like everyone and gotten through them. And here we are in 2021 and it's great. We're coming, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
So, yeah, we're good. It must be hard for your job with the restrictions that we've had on this now, huh?
Yeah, and I'm not in the field per se, even pre-COVID, so I've been okay. So being at home is actually
That's
been good.
good.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. We've been fortunate, and I think with a lot of parents with younger kids, I think it's been a gift and a curse. You find out how much you enjoy, but you also find out how much you probably want them to get back to school too.
well, and you understand that. You do.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that it's been a gift more than it's been a curse for most people
Hmm.
because we've had to slow down,
Yes.
take a breath,
Yes.
and do things the way we used to do them, but forgot to do them. So that's all good. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we are. Our children are here, like I said, with all the grandkids. They're all doing a good job at
Mm.
parenting now because there's no time to not do it.
You're
This
right.
is
Right.
scary. It was scary, and we've done it. It's all good.
Yes.
Everybody has learned to, like I said, take a breath, slow
Right.
down, and listen to your children, and
Yes.
have your children listen to you. And that makes a huge difference. I'm hoping, I was just talking to one of my friends. I have some older friends that are my age that are here now. I've only been in Newport about 3 years, but we had a yoga group and a walking group and all that stuff. You want to keep moving.
Right.
And that's kind of been online, but I talked to two of my better friends that are in that group today. I walked with one of them this afternoon. We walked our 1.5 miles, good to go.
Right. That's right.
Uh,
Good. Good.
and the other one is one of those, she's so sweet. She's a leftover hippie from way back when. She takes in an old farm in St. Albans. She takes in all these animals that don't have a place to be. And she's awesome. She's just awesome. But we've talked about that, and people have learned to slow down
Right.
and take a breath. We just have. We really enjoy, we're talking on the phone now, which we never did. We're FaceTiming, which we never did. I don't know why we didn't do that. Why did we
Hmm.
not do this before?
I
You
know.
know, I know.
To your point, you had to slow down and realize those things that are just
Yeah,
readily available to us
yeah,
that we just took for granted. That we just took
yeah.
for granted.
We haven't done a lot of that. We have an alumni group from MCI
Hmm.
that we worked on the 50th reunion a couple of years ago. We won't
Okay.
go there. We were like 12 when we graduated, but whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, whatever. All that stuff. Anyway, and we have a good group that was the core of that committee that organized the reunion. And we've kept in touch the last few years. And now we're Zooming every other month, every
Hmm.
6 weeks or so, having a great time, enjoying our grandkids, sharing our, stories, and of course, reliving being 18 again or whatever. And
Right.
for some reason, that is a lot more exciting than it was at 18. But we're good
Hmm.
with that
Hmm.
anyway. We're having a good
Absolutely.
time. So
Good
yeah,
stuff. Good. Good. Now I
lucky
know
to have
they. Oh,
lucky
what's that?
lucky to have all of you in our lives. I've thought about that before.
Hmm.
Uh, trying to explain to people that when I lived in Florida for 20 years, it was really hard to explain to people how we collected family and
Hmm.
extended family and all of that stuff. They just didn't understand, that it is the way it is. We have room and we have space and we have love to give. And that's just how it happened,
Nah,
all good.
yeah, no, absolutely. And interesting you bring that up. Just all the people that you've touched, just the whole host family thing. I mean, it was just interesting, just that whole dynamic. Again, I know other schools, other places do it. This in particular, obviously, just being up there and you take your Marcus and myself in and kind of from just a
You,
change of
you,
different.
you were special. You were special. We'll tell you
Oh
that.
wow, wow, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just and again, I'm sure you in and out with all of us coming from whether it's the states or internationally. I think just coming in and out just to walking to Pittsfield, Maine, like it's a culture shock. It's a complete culture
Well,
shock.
tell me about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was just like, wow. Then obviously just to be fortunate enough to, obviously get
Oh,
selected with you amongst everybody else. I mean, like I said, I guess I couldn't ask for a better, a better host mom, obviously. And
thank
I
you.
and just thinking about it, just kind of interesting. Even I was like, wow, this is practically almost like 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, this is almost like 30 years. And I think about it in regards to even when I did leave, just that I mean, I'm sure a lot of the kids too, we can probably just say like that year is like such a transition in your life. You're leaving your home, you're leaving high school, you're trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do. And still in all, even after that, as far as, I know you mentioned Florida, and as you said, 20 years, I didn't know it was 20 years you were in Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida almost 20 years. I remember you coming to one of my smaller places in Florida, and you
Right,
were going to
right.
your grandfather's wedding. Remember?
That,
You're going to your
right,
grandfather's wedding in
right.
Sarah. Yeah, it was
That's right.
awesome. I was so excited.
Yeah,
And so when I talked to the kids, they said, wait a minute, his grandfather's getting married? And I said, yep, and he's here to go to the wedding. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you walked into the college. I was sitting there in my office, and you really caused a stir because you were so cute and everybody thought you were so cute. They
Oh,
wanted
that's
to
funny.
know where I found this really cute guy that,
That's funny.
and we talked about that before. Like I said, they didn't really understand how the interaction worked, and everybody just kind of
Hmm.
did their thing. And then I talked about Ibn was coming to stay and how exciting that was. And after you left, they went, wait a minute, you didn't tell me he was a hunk. And I had a young girl in my office at the time working. And anyway, so it was all cool. They just didn't get it. They never did get it. And it was fine.
And nobody will unless you was involved, unless you was in it, they won't get it. They won't.
right. And you know what? You guys, and I think of all the kids, and you are one of the special ones, but I think of all those young men that came there, and you gave a lot more than you got. I'll tell you, we just gave you a space to be, but you
I
gave.
might have to argue with you on that one. I think it's the other way. I think it's the other way around. Like I said, that
Well,
was. I
for
think.
us, it was special. It gave us a lot of things to remember, a lot of memories that we won't forget.
Mhm.
I was, thrilled to see you and your wife and your baby and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of those good things, and that was so important to me.
Mhm.
So
Likewise for me too. And I mean, and actually, I was just telling Nyla I was about to get on this call. I was like, obviously, I know you don't remember, what I was saying to her, but I was just like, yeah. And I told her, and I think I said something to Nick too. I was like, I gotta take a ride. I gotta take a ride out there.
oh yeah,
Yeah, one of
yeah.
these days when things obviously we figure it's a little more safe, or just in general, just to get up there. But I just remember, like you said, just going down there, and it was this point for Nyla and Colleen to meet you, because I've talked about you know so much to Colleen here. I mean,
Oh,
just for her to actually she gets a kick out of it, because she's just like, I would have never known. She's like, I just would have never known. But I was just like I just said to you, you had to be there and be in it to
yeah.
understand it.
It was kind of one of those things, we
Mhm.
just, you don't understand, but yeah. But the coast of Maine is gorgeous, and you guys need to make a weekend trip, and we'll meet in Booth Bay or Bar Harbor
No, we
or,
going all the way up. We gonna come all the way up. She needs to. I want Nyla to see actually where I went with the
oh,
school.
that's
I
awesome.
know it's completely. I know it's probably been renovated and it probably looks completely
Well,
different.
you know what? There's a lot of it that hasn't been. We've lost some of those beautiful trees on the front
Okay.
entrance
Yeah, I
because
remember
of
that.
disease and all that. But honestly, the campus itself, people don't understand. And that's one of the things, like I worked at a college for most of the time I was in Florida,
Hmm.
and they don't understand that we had that as a high school, and we had international, and we had boarding, and we had all of you gorgeous guys that were just so wonderful to get to know. They didn't get it. I mean, they all went to a high school in one building with
Hmm.
the same kids they'd grown up with all their life. And I remember my children going out to college and beyond, and realizing at that point that they had kind of a special way of growing up,
Yeah.
because we didn't have all that. We had all the like I said, the different languages, the
Right.
different students, the different places. They came from a lot bigger places in Pittsfield, Maine, and came there and they survived, I think I'm hoping that we gave you all something that you could take with you. Different than what you'd had before and different than what you have now. It's all kind of a learning experience,
Yeah.
expanding your horizon.
So
Oh,
totally. And I think about it. I mean, it's just like that 1 year, like just played like a huge part of my life.
isn't that
Obviously with you,
something, huh?
with you guys, but I think just like I said, just that not knowing what was next, and I'm getting dropped
Yeah.
off there. I never saw it a day in my life until I got dropped off that day. It's just, just kind of having to figure it out.
So
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
I remember, now that you say that, I remember you coming for Nicole's graduation, which
That's right. That's right.
we loved it. And we were sitting on the front step or the back step or whatever, you and I, and watching a couple of the kids, 2 or 3 of the guys play basketball that were going to wind up being Division I NBA players.
NBA
We didn't know
players, right.
that then. They were just kind of hanging out because they were part of school. There were, 80-year-olds down by the pool. There were people in the house. My family was all there in different increments. The local sports guy did a tape for Nick for her birthday. It was all just so fun, and we just got it. It was just all there. It was something that it was normal for us, but not for most.
Right.
And I'm just so glad you were part of it. You're just so cute. You're just as cute as you were 30 years ago.
Yeah, with all the grades and everything. I always joke around. I say this to everybody. I feel like people look at me like I'm Nyla's grandfather instead of a father.
We call that maturing. We don't call that gray.
Okay. But I love it. I love it. I wouldn't dare die. And I tell Colleen I wanted all to come in.
It's all part of it. It's all part of it. Well, I hope that you all are able to come to Pittsfield and make a visit and do it when we can all enjoy it. We have my grandson's graduating in June, which will make the 4th or 5th generation of MCI people. I know, just kind of crazy, huh?
Wow. But how many grands do you have?
I have 10.
Is it 10? Ooh,
10.
So
well,
Nick
Aaron
has how many?
Nick has 2 boys.
2, okay.
Aaron has 2 sons and a blended family of 2 girls. So there's 4 of them.
Okay.
And Sean,
Sean, yeah.
bonus baby, has a daughter who's graduating also and going to California for college. And Megan has her 3 girls in Quincy. And they've been there, done their thing. Megan, she's got an 11-year-old that survived leukemia, and they've had a horrible time, but they're all healthy now. Everything's wonderful. They're moving forward. So somewhere somebody was looking after us, because we have made it through all of that garbage. Right. And here we
Absolutely.
are.
And even you're scared. Even you're scared.
Had a couple of them.
Had a couple of them. A trooper. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I think that only the good die young, and I wasn't good enough to stay to go.
Yeah, definitely how I look at it. Yeah, I'll be bad and evil for me being here.
I'm gonna be here till I'm 95, because know what? No, I'm just stubborn enough. But yeah, all of that's good, and I think all of that is the fabric of the part of the fabric is all of our host students and our extra bonus. I call them my bonus babies, because that's what they are, and you are one of them. We just love that you're part of our life, and have look at what you've accomplished. You came, I can remember you saying you didn't know if you could even do your SATs and make I can remember that. You were struggling, thinking you're never going to make it through this year. You couldn't even get your SATs up and get to college. And look at you.
I know.
Look at all you've done, and all your parents and your coaches and your family have all been part of that. But I'd like to think that we were a little bit of a boost on that. Little bit of a boost. How nice.
Totally. You and I don't know if he's still alive. You and I joke around. Everybody remembers Mr. Miller, right?
Oh yeah, he's still there. He just retired. I love it.
Retired. Okay.
He walked his dog. I see them occasionally. I see him occasionally in Pittsfield in the grocery store.
Okay.
or he's walking the dog. The dog and he
Good for
both
him.
limp, but they walk every day. So that's all good. So yeah, they're good. There's still some people there. The only one I think that's left is the Spanish teacher, Mrs. Kingsbury. The rest of them have all retired
Okay.
or gone on to other things. But
Mhm.
yeah, but they're good. It's just, it's a cycle. The pendulum moves one way and the other.
Totally. Totally.
We're good. We got
So,
all these two graduating this year and then we move on. Aaron has a 15-year-old, the mother of his children passed away this summer. She had a diving accident,
yeah.
scuba diving accident, and died unexpectedly. But he and the
Mm.
boys and his fiance Jen and the girls are all together. They've been together for quite a long time.
Okay.
So they're there to support them and it's all good. Jack is 15 and Luke is 11.
Mhm.
And they're great. They're just doing great. All of them.
Good. Good. Now he's where? I know you said
He's in Southern Maine. They were just
okay.
outside Portland in
Okay.
Wyndham. It's called Wyndham. It's kind of a bedroom community of Portland. And
Okay.
he's there. Megan is in Quincy, right outside of Boston.
And I'm
Sean,
upset with that. As soon as you said Quincy, because I was Nyla. I've been like I said, I don't know. Big fella upstairs must have been like wanted to just bless me with such a great child. And I try not to say too much or brag too much about it. But only reason I'm bringing this up because we've been in Newton a few times within
Yep.
the last month, and I'm guessing that and Quincy must be not too far from each other.
My older brother Richard lives in Newton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quincy is the south side of Boston. Megan's husband was born and brought up and raised in Brookline, in Brookline. He's one of six Irish Catholic boys in a family. He's the youngest. So anyway, he and Megan and the three girls live in Quincy, and they're just fine. And of course, working from home now, the kids they're all doing what they have to do to make it work, but we're good. It's all good. Most of the kids are working from home, actually. Aaron does not, and Patrick, Nicole's husband does not, but the rest are really working from home. And I'm not sure that that's going to change a lot. There'll be some kind of an adjustment there, but I think people are finding that they can do things remotely now that we couldn't do before, and we're doing it.
Totally, a lot of things going to change. I think a lot of industries are going to change because of that, and there's going to be a lot of vacant buildings and what have you there because there ain't going to be no reason for folks to be working in them. So it's definitely a big shift. So
well, it's interesting because I have had both my shots and I'm all set now, but I really don't have a lot of things I want to change at the moment. Eventually I do. My plan when I retired almost 4 years ago now was to come and go, be in Florida and visit, stay with people, come home. When the weather got cold, go back to Florida. Well, that hasn't happened the last couple of years. And right now I am in no rush to jump on a plane and go back, but I will in the fall, when things settle down a little bit.
okay.
But it's all good. But I'm right here. And I'm waiting for company. So
now, what part of you going to go back to the Tampa area, St. Peter's area?
I'll go back and visit. I'm not going to stay.
Okay.
I have no intention of staying. All of my children and grandchildren are in New England, so I'm not going to go back there and stay that I know of. Now that may change, but I don't think so. Right now, I'm very close to Nicole and Patrick, which had the two oldest grandchildren. And who knows, I may, shift closer to the Portland area when, these guys are gone and somebody else is going to be the oldest. I have no idea. I've learned not to make plans too far in the future because that could be futile.
No, right.
Day to day, right now we're all good. We're all happy. Everyone is content with their lot and good to go. I'm enjoying your podcast too. I am really with all your family and coaches, and I do keep track. I keep up. You had quite a journey. You've had a wonderful journey. but
Yeah, yeah.
it works both ways. You have to give something to get something.
Mhm.
And you've done that in every step of the way. So I
Nah,
get a kick out
thank
of your
you.
grandmother and your mother. I really do. They crack me
Oh,
up. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
I love
Nah.
it.
And like I said, I know my wife, she's like, you don't even like talking. And she's exactly right. But I was just like, it was something I just totally do,
Well,
totally different. I mean, just do something totally unexpected of myself. And at the top of the year, that was my thing. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna
I
just
love
do
it.
this. So
I love that
it's
you've
been
done
cool.
that, dear.
It's been
I,
cool.
I appreciate the fact that I'm part of that group. I really
Of
do.
course. I got a
Love it.
wish list and I'm nowhere near done. And I was just like, I just gotta, get everybody in. And like I said, Miss Cianchette, I think, like I said, that
Oh,
one little year, and again, obviously you talked about even those times coming down to Florida while you was down there and making
it was
sure I found
awesome.
time to see you and
Awesome.
what have you, and just, keeping in touch or what have you. Like I said, I really, really appreciate all you've done, as far as
Well,
just
more
for
than
me.
more than enough. Like I said, you
Yeah.
gave more than you got. And tell me quickly, I know you're gonna getting off here, but
Oh no,
tell
I'm
me
okay. I'm okay.
tell me about Marcus. How is
Marcus
he
is
doing?
good. He's good. He's good. He doesn't know. I talked to him ironically earlier today, because I wanted to reach out to him and get him on. The element of surprise is gone because I tried to talk to his wife, but she messed that all up. So
Oh
because he,
well.
it's cool. It's cool. He called me today.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I heard you want me to get me on a podcast or something like that."
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, yeah, but it was fine though. He's great. Um,
Good.
and it'd
Good.
be good to catch. I'm gonna catch up with him later on.
Well,
Um,
at some point we'll do a FaceTime and do that.
absolutely. He's on his way to probably eventually becoming an NFL ref. He's on his way. He's
Why am I not surprised?
I'm totally not surprised. He's doing Division I college now, so I know that's probably
Wonderful.
the next step.
Wonderful.
He told me he
Yeah.
had to travel out to North Dakota actually this weekend for a game. So it's only a matter of time before I think he gets that call.
Awesome. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
see, all that 1 year did add to your
To,
future for all
to,
of you. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. But he's good. He's living in New York. He has a
Yep.
son. Miles has to be he's 11, I think. I think he's 11. So
Hmm.
he has 11-year-old, and he does some type of martial arts. I think it's taekwondo.
Yeah.
I'm just jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I think yeah. Marcus does it too. He competes like even he competes on a competition level. Because I know he did. I don't know if you knew. This is probably go back a couple of years. He had even competed even at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, so he's real serious with that stuff.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
wonderful. But
yeah.
that your goals are there and you keep moving and you're moving your goals up, and that's always a good thing.
Totally.
You can do anything you decide you're gonna do. It depends on how much you want it. That's
Who
all
you
there is.
telling? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who you telling?
Yeah.
And I try to instill that one in this little one. I mean, like I said, my motto where I kind of just throw whatever at it and just kind of see
Yeah.
what sticks. See what sticks. So
What happens with her is going to happen because she wants it to happen, because you're
correct.
going to leave it open to whatever her wants are. I mean, she'll do it. You'll be surprised at how much she'll accomplish, because even though you think she can do it, she'll do more than you ever thought she would.
Yeah.
I look at my children and my grandchildren and think, okay, so this was way, way better than what I planned for everyone. So
Hmm.
you can't plan it, darling. You can't
I
plan it.
know. I know. I know. Can I tell you though? She kind of broke my heart. I was hoping I had an extra 2 years with this. She was going into gymnastics class about a week ago. She asked me, she was just like, "Is it okay if I just go in on my own and come back on my own?"
Oh, buddy.
Usually I walk her in and walk her out. So I'm just like, I was like, I was like, let's come to a compromise. I'll let you go in, and I'll come pick you up. I wasn't ready to just have her do both. Granted, I know it's the littlest of things, but it's just like you can see she's growing up.
Oh boy.
I thought I
You
had till like 9 or
remember
10 years old.
you remember I am Nicole Cianchette's mother. So I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
exactly what you're saying,
yeah,
large and in charge at 10 years old, that's all there is. But you want them
yeah.
to be that way as much as you want to hold them close. You want them to be
Totally,
that way and be
totally.
strong and able to do whatever.
I
So
know.
that's wonderful.
I
Wonderful. Oh
know.
my
I
goodness.
know. I
This
know.
is
I was
this is
crushed.
so
I was
funny.
crushed.
I am so surprised. I'm so happy. I said to Nicole the other day, she wouldn't tell me what she was doing. She refused. And I said, okay, as long as this isn't some kind of an online dating thing you're
Yeah,
gonna hook
yeah. I can
up
see.
with.
I can see you thinking that. I can totally see you thinking that.
I don't, it's okay as long as it's not some kind of online dating and get some dork that I don't want to go out with. Mom, I wouldn't do that. And I said, yeah, you would at this point. I'm 70 years old. So
Yeah.
this is it's way, way more than I ever would have hoped for. That's awesome. Just awesome. I'm so glad to see your handsome face. Look at you.
Nah. Thank you. And you still look the same for 30 years ago. You know, us sleepers, we got to stick together.
We do. We obviously definitely do. Definitely do. Oh dear. I'm so
but again,
happy.
I am too. And like I said, I thank you. I can't say thank you enough. Just kind of like just to still be in my life and still be the same person I met, you know, back when too. The same personality, same upbeat spirit, everything. And so no, thank you.
My heart is full. You are more than welcome. And like I repeat again, you gave more than you got, I'll tell you. But we thoroughly enjoyed the time that we were able to spend with you at our home and beyond, you know, at this point. Now we have a date. We can get together and enjoy. You can tell your family now. I mean, it was only 1 year, but it was a big year.
Totally, absolutely. I know, I know Colleen, she mentioned, I know she had family. There was something in Waterville that she needed to go see. So that's why I said when I come up, I might as well just
That's awesome.
might as well go all the way up. Yeah, might as well go all the way. I think it was a family farm or something. You know, her grandparents said it was something, so she wanted to see or what have you. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so that's in the cards. Well, we just got to figure it out as far as to get up there, what have you. And I don't know if it's just still the one supermarket in town, or I don't know if Pittsfield done expanded since then.
No, it's still one supermarket, and that's fine. And it does a great job. They have better customer service than anywhere you want to go, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of absolutely. How about the movie theater? The movie theater still there?
No, it's not. Finally, it closed and it's now for sale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but yeah, we've kind of been on everything kind of went on hold this last year, you know, things that might have been struggling before and could have survived did not. But, you know, Pittsfield's still a little tiny town that when you first saw it, thought, what the heck am I doing here? And you were here. So, yeah. But you had coaches and teachers and time to study and build your SATs. And that was the whole point of being here was no distraction. There were no distractions because there was nothing to do.
Right. No, definitely.
And it was short term. So you were fine. All of you survived it, you know.
No, we did. Totally, we did. And the relationships that just came out of that, obviously, you know, from the guys and obviously you, Nick, everybody. It's amazing. It is.
It is. Yep. I think and that's when I didn't even think about it until, like I said, when I was in Florida and I went to work at the college and, you know, I just talked randomly about different things that happened and different kids and well, how did you know, where did you see them and how did you meet them and what do you mean? And you mean you let them in your home? And I said, well, yeah, that was the whole point.
Oh, all these black kids are gonna rob you. That's what they think. That's what they're really thinking.
I mean, I had Jaime from Spain and Rutledge from Africa. And
Rutledge, wow. I remember Rutledge. Rutledge.
Yeah. So all these things happened, but some of the people that I worked with there had never left Central Florida.
Yeah.
So they didn't understand the difference in, you know, they were as narrow-minded as other people could be. So it was just the other direction. So anyway, it was just kind of comical. They got used to it. And over time, you know, different things happened and people showed up and, you know, worked through it. And they kind of got the drift that it was different. We didn't know it was different until it was somebody else is doing. So yeah. Awesome.
And the one thing real quick, the one thing I was just like, yeah, I'm totally in a whole nother another place. When I seen you and everybody else pretty much just leave their keys in the car, I was just like, this is amazing. Like you even got to
I
bring your
had to
keys.
leave my car open because somebody might need the trunk to store things in. The football equipment went in the trunk, so
Like, the keys are left in the ignition. I was like, this is amazing. I'm like, "Whoa, I've never seen nothing like this."
I had to buy a key. I had to buy a key for my
Mhm.
back door when I left Pittsfield because I didn't have a key.
See,
So
yeah,
when I sold the house, I had to have a key and a lock. So I had to have the lock changed and have a key because I'd never had a key in my, and
right.
I sold it to a guy. It was funny. I sold it to a couple, the house, and I said to the guy, now, I just want you to know that if somebody shows up and you get up in the morning and they're asleep on your couch, you just need to ask them who they are, not worry about it. Like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, it's been over the time, like Coach Poe and, Todd, I said, I get up on Sunday morning and Alpo would be sleeping on my couch. He'd been playing Nintendo with the kids. And,
Yeah,
I remember that. And he goes, well, they just wander in. And I said, well, sometimes, yeah. So just don't get too excited. So
yeah, yeah.
anyway, he immediately had a deadbolt put on the back
Oh, I'm
door. So
sure.
nobody
Oh,
could.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. I'm
I said,
sure.
yeah, sometimes. I remember one Sunday morning, I was cooking bacon in the kitchen
Mhm.
and Alpo was asleep on the couch. My aunt and uncle, who were in their 80s at the time, wandered in and they just to say hello, and Alpo popped up off the couch and they thought that was kind of funny. And the guys next door were shingling their garage roof. And I had put my wet clothes on their clothesline. So the guy hollered and said, hey, you gotta come get your clothes off the line. We're throwing shingles. And so I said, okay. So Alpo pops up and said, I'll go get the shingles. Keep cooking the bacon. I don't want you to stop. So
Yeah,
I
no.
thought, oh, so it was just crazy. It was crazy, but we loved every minute of it. Every minute of it. You all were a part of our life, and it was more than we ever could have asked for. So yeah, all good.
That's
All
great.
good, buddy.
That's great. So, again, I can't thank you enough, and even thank you taking time out here. I know in between your walks and yoga, you was able to, squeeze me in and get
Well,
on
you
to get
know
on the
what?
call
I'm
here.
not all that busy. My schedule's pretty open at this point. So we've been locked in. I've been in hibernation most of the winter. So, and that's okay. Like I said, I'm safe and warm and
Right,
healthy
that's right.
and all good things. So with family around me, you can't miss. You just can't miss.
That's right.
You and
Right.
Colin and Nyla need to get in your vehicle and come north and we'll make
Mm.
a plan. We'll have a great time. Great
Yeah,
time.
I just got to say the word to her. She'll jump in the car and be ready to go in a
Oh, I love,
heartbeat. And
I love,
Nyla's just like her. I mean, we just had her up and down the highway for her birthday. We took her to we went to New York. We went down to New York, and then I know she's off school this week. So her and
yeah.
Colleen, this new mall. I don't know if you heard of it from being up there out in the Meadowlands in New Jersey. It's like this indoor mall with an amusement park. It's called American Dream. I
Wow.
don't. Yeah, so they went down there. So Nyla's she's a highway person, courtesy of probably her mom with a little bit of me. So it's not a problem to get in the car and take a ride.
Awesome. Awesome. We'll be here when you get here. I promise. We'll make
Absolutely,
it happen.
absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you so much, Evan. It's a wonderful treat for me to hear from you, and
Same
in
here.
such a special way. You wait till I get a hold of my daughter. I can't believe she kept this secret. I really can.
I kind of thought you might have figured it out because we kept pushing it off because she had something, I had
No,
something. I was like, she might have
like
figured
I
this
said,
out.
I was more into the mode, but she was trying to hook me up with some kind of online dating thing,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
into
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I wasn't into that. That wasn't my thing. She, oh, mom, no. I said, yeah.
yeah.
No, I didn't trust her, to be honest with you. I really
Well,
didn't.
that's Nick for you. I know you got to definitely keep your antennas up with her. So.
Yes, we do. We definitely do. Keep the antennas up. That's a good simile for Nicole. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, I'm thrilled that she did this, and I know she's at the she wasn't coaching. She said, I'm not really coaching, but she was working with pitchers and catchers for a while, and then she had to go to the scrimmage because and I said, Nick, you're going to just wind up coaching for the rest of the season. Don't. She's not the head coach. She's just doing her thing. She just likes to be in there in the middle of it. She loves it. loves
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
you know, a long line of all those things happening. A lot of teams going on, a lot of coaching going on. So
Yeah,
we're good with
especially
that.
everybody excited to be out playing. So I can
Oh,
only imagine.
yeah, outside, fresh air. I've been out
Yeah.
all day. I really have. I did my, like I said, I did my walk. I did whatever I was doing. I was outside digging in the plants. I just had to be outside in the fresh air,
Mhm.
especially here. You know how cold it can be.
Right.
And now that we have fresh air and sunshine, I'm good to go. Good to
Mm.
go.
Good. Good, good, good. But I definitely I'll say the word. I mean, I can't surprise you on a 6 hour trip, road trip. So I gotta give you a heads up on that one.
We'll be here. I
But
promise. You give your
uh,
give a big hug to your family, and
I will.
hopefully before too much longer, we'll be able to see you in the North Country.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Thank you,
All
Miss
right.
Cianchette. Thank
Love
you.
you, sweetheart.
All right, love you too.
Have a great night.
All right, you too. All right,
All
bye bye.
righty. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. You just, people come to your life for a reason. I truly, truly, truly believe that, and it's been since I was 17 years old. I met Miss Cianchette, and years later, still talking to her, and it's just fabulous. She still looks the same spirit, upbeat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is this is the reason why I do this stuff. The sports and all that is cool, and catching up with people, athletically. That's great. But initially my thing was just to get with those that even outside of the playing field, like just meant a lot to me and just helped me be to where I'm at today. That's what it is. So I'm gonna just sign off on that note. Put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.